Welcome guys, guess what time it is? It's dinner time. And for dinner tonight, am making a mixed bean with split pea and lentils and a hot pepper sauce to go with my little mini waffles that I'm making. And I'm also going to split this up and make a side of bean curry. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Come along with me and let's make this dish. I have 1 cup of my beans that have been soaking all day, and that was the beginning of this video. And I have about 6 Ancho Peppers that I've taken the stem off and submerged that in hot water as well that's been soaking today. And I'm going to blend this in the blender, my peppers, and blend this in the blender, my lentils, but I'm going to remove half of these when I drain this off because I want to also make a separate dish. And of course, when I'm making my little mini waffles, it's only lentils and the water. So I'm going to drain these off and get my beans separated and my batter started. All right, so I have rinsed my beans that I've had soaking today and I've split them in half. So I have 1 cup of my beans in my mixture covered with equal parts of water, and then 1 cup of my mixture of my beans. It's just split peas and lentils, and I'm going to set these aside and use those in a minute to start my dish on the stove. But first, I'm going to blend this on my blender for my batter. Alright, my batter is mixed. I'm going to set this to the side. I got things to do with this in a bit. I'll get back to that. Let's start our peppers. I need to get these blended in my liquid. Alright, that should be good. Alright, so I have my ingredients before me that I'm going to make my split pea and lentil curry. And guys, if you're looking for a traditional recipe, I am not that channel. I like to use the ingredients that I have and make a delicious and nutritious dish and have fun in the kitchen. So, I have my beans that I've soaked today, split it in half. I actually soaked 1 cup of beans, and I have actually a cup of beans here and a cup of beans that I made into my batter that I'm going to use in my waffle maker. Alright, so it's swelled up. And I have just shy of a cup of my cracked wheat actually, so it didn't topple over. I have a big pinch of my spinach, jalapeno, some garlic, salt, my curry seasoning, coriander, and cumin. And I also am going to use my liquid that I did with my peppers, my Ancho Peppers that I put in, covered with hot water, let them soak today as well, and blended it up. I'm going to use my liquid by straining it, and then whatever is reserved, I'm going to end up making it into a pepper sauce. Alright, a lot of information. But that's all right. It's going to be easy, super simple, quick. The beans won't take that long to cook since they've been soaking today. Let's do this. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and get my beans and my cracked wheat in a pan, cover it with water, and start it with my salt and my seasoning while I'm cutting up my vegetables and getting them ready. And then I will add in. Alright, so first I'm going to strain out my liquid from my peppers and use that as my liquid that I'm going to start cooking my cracked wheat and my lentil and split peas in. I'll be back. Alright, there it is. My mash, my pepper mash. And there's my liquid that I reserved. Still dripping out. Alright, I'm going to separate these and get my beans and my cracked wheat started on the stove. Alright, I'm going to add in my cracked wheat. I don't have anything in my pan. I'm just going to rely on the liquid to make it happen. Alright, I'm going to cover this with my Ancho Pepper liquid. Put a lid on it. Let it work its magic while I'm getting my other stuff cut up and ready to put in the pot. Again, guys, if you're looking for a specific recipe, I am not that channel. I like to use the ingredients that I have and make a healthy, delicious, and nutritious dish. Oh yeah, I want to add in my spices first. Alright, first my ground cumin. Add a good shake of that in there. Probably about a tablespoon. My ground coriander, same thing. My curry. So bright. And my salt. Alright. Stir this up, put a lid on it. I'll let it do its thing. I put about a tablespoon of my salt in there as well. Let it do its thing while I'm getting my pepper, my jalapeno pepper, my garlic, and my spinach cut up to go in the dish. I'll be back. Alright, let's check on these beans and my cracked wheat. And I'm going to add in my chopped vegetables, my garlic, my jalapenos, and my spinach. I am going to reserve a little bit of my jalapeno for my garnish. I'm on a jalapeno kick. I love that stuff. And if you don't love heat, don't put it in there. Guys, remember, this is not a traditional dish. That's not how I roll. I get an idea, I look at the ingredients that I have, and I go with it. Chunky chopped garlic, I used about 6 cloves. Yum. And my large jalapeno. Seeds and all. Alright, I'm going to give this a mix, put my lid back on, and cook it some more. It's only been about 10 minutes cooking, and it's going to thicken up. Alright, now I'm going to start making my sauce that I have left over with my mash from my peppers. So the beginning of my sauce that I'm going to make with my ancho pepper mash, and this is not a recipe, guys, this is just me using my ingredients that I have and making something amazing, delicious, and nutritious. Alright, I have nuts. I'm going to actually put a cup of my nuts in the blender with some sesame seeds. My seasoning, I have cumin, smoked paprika, salt. I have 4 cloves of garlic. Alright, I'm going to add to my little mixer, and I'm going to add in my olive oil once I get that all blended. Alright, 1 cup of nuts in the blender. Alright, my 2 tablespoons. I've added to my cup of nuts. I'm going to blend that with, I'm going to do ground cumin. I'm going to shake it in there. Shake, shake, shake. Probably about a teaspoon. Smoked paprika. Shake, shake, shake. Teaspoon. Salt. Shake, shake. Come on out of there. Shake, shake, shake. About a teaspoon. And my nuts are unsalted, by the way. And I'm going to add in my 4 cloves of garlic. In the blender it goes. it around. I almost forgot cayenne pepper. Give it a good shake. Shake. I like it hot. All right, it's mixed up pretty well. I'm going to cover with olive oil. I'm adding 1 cup of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, to the mix. Blend. One more time. Slow and low. Now let's check on my split peas and lentil curry. I'm gonna stir this up. It smells so good already. It's only been 20 minutes. It's definitely reducing. I'm getting thicker. Yum. I'm gonna add just a little bit of water to this, but it's still got a ways to cook. It's maybe about a half a cup of water I added to the mix. It's gonna cook down a little bit more, and as it cooks down, it's gonna thicken up. And of course, cook my beans. My cracked wheat, or I should say my peas, my lentils, and my peas, split peas. All right, turn this heat down some. It is on medium, so I'm going to crank it down to low and put my lid back on. I'll be back. All right, 5 minutes. I've turned my sauce off. I'm going to let it sit here and cool down. And that's it. Once it cools down, I'll add it to a jar and use it to add to my dishes, topped with a little bit of spicy goodness. Super simple. And this is not your traditional recipe, guys. Remember, it's not how I roll. All right, I'll be back. All right, my lentil batter. Remember, I put that to the side and said I'll be back to it in a minute. Guess what? My sauce is done. I'm putting a heaping spoon in there, mixing it around, and adding it to my waffle maker that's preheating right now. I'm going to spray that waffle maker with some olive oil spray and make me some spicy little lentil split pea waffles to go with my lentils. All right, a spoon of my mash, my sauce. There it is. I'm just going to put the lid on and shake it around. All right, I've poured my batter in my bowl. I'm going to spray my little waffle maker. I have a little measuring cup here full. I think this is my 1/4 cup, maybe my 1/3. I'm just going to put on here what I can and let it work its magic. There we go. Let it sit there for a second before I close it, or else it'll go everywhere. Yeah. All right, I'll be back. All right, let's check on this waffle. Almost done. I think I need a little bit more batter in there to build it up some because it seems shallow. I'll put some more in there. All right, I think it's time to remove the lid and check on my lentil and cracked wheat curry. Yum. I think we got a few more minutes. I'm going to leave that lid off so it can start to really thicken up. It smells so good. I'll be back. Alright. Whew, hot. Couple more minutes. All right, one waffle done. I got one more to make before I plate my dish. Guess what, guys? It's finished. Yum. It's so nice and thick. Perfect. Smells so good. When my waffle's finished, I will be plating my dish. I'll be back. Turn this off. Alright, there's my waffles. One of them fell apart, but that's okay. I'm going to camouflage it anyway. So, I'm going to add in my curry over the top of this. I have a ladle of my curry. I'm just going to put over the top of my lentil waffles. Alright. On that, I have my plain Greek yogurt. I'm going to do a spoon of that on the top. I'm going to add in my jalapeno, chopped jalapeno to the top of that. Oh yeah, and let's not forget about my chili sauce that I made. I'm going to also put that over here next to my yogurt. There it is, guys. Super simple. I actually use my ingredients a couple of different ways in my dishes today. So I took my split peas and my lentils, soaked only 1 cup. I have them combined in a container, so I only used 1 cup of my beans, my dry beans, soaked them in water, drained off the water, split my batch up 1 cup because they swelled up, so I had 1 cup for my curry that I made and 1 cup reserved for my batter, which I have plenty of batter left that I can use and continue making those after this is finished and I eat my dinner. I'm going to continue making those and just keep them in the refrigerator. And I also made my chili sauce. I made my liquid for my curry out of my chilies that soaked today. And I made this amazing dish. Remember, don't be afraid to try new things. Take chances in the kitchen. Make sure they're healthy. Remember to subscribe, like, and share my videos. And I will see you next time for another healthy dish. Yum.